it would seem that the Wyatt family that once was there finally is all but destroyed. Everybody is going off in their own separate directions now, but let's get down to this from the beginning. Tonight's the December 1st edition of Monday Night Raw. Basically tonight was Rtruth going up in the ring against Bray Wyatt in one-on-one action. It's been a while since we've seen Rtruth on Monday Night Raw. I saw on Twitter, I believe it was last week, maybe it was the week before, that he welcomed a new baby into this world. One of the oldest members of the WWE roster, still getting it in there after all this time. Big congratulations out to him. I guess he's going to be working on Monday Night Raw for the next 18 years, putting that kid through school and continuing on with the WWE universe as long as he can. But basically, this was basically a squash match, basically with Bray Wyatt beating up Rtruth inside of the ring as the match was going on. He was openly mocking Dean Ambrose, yelling up, "Where's Dean? Where's Dean? Where is Dean Ambrose?" Just hoping that Dean Ambrose would come down to the ring and attack him. Basically, we got to see the spider walk and the Sister Abigail for the win by Bray Wyatt, getting the 1, 2, 3. After the match was over, Bray Wyatt went underneath the ring and he threw a whole bunch of chairs inside of the ring, much like at the Survivor Series match, which Dean Ambrose did this to Bray Wyatt, throwing in all of the chairs, making a big, huge pile, much like the Terry Funk ECW match back in the day. He goes and he gets a ladder from underneath the ring, and as this is going down, and we have the Bray Wyatt Construction Company building things inside of the ring, we go to commercial to come back with the arena all dark and a huge spotlight put on Bray Wyatt as he sits under the ladder and he cuts a promo about Dean Ambrose and their match at TLC. Wyatt says that he sees tables, ladders, and chairs in his dreams, and that basically it turns into the Wizard of Oz with the crowd chanting "Oh my" after everything he says. I don't know how the crowd picked up on what he was saying and to get it to that point so fast. I don't know if maybe during the commercial, he taunted them into doing that, but it was pretty damn smart, whatever it was. Finally, Dean Ambrose and his big old a guitar riff sort of music hits, and he comes running down to the ring like he's a Mustang, fresh out of the Ford factory. And basically, Wyatt and Ambrose start fighting around the ring, with Wyatt tossing Ambrose into the barricade. And then as he bounces off of the barricade, he hits Bray Wyatt with a big, huge clothesline, which Ambrose puts Bray Wyatt on top of the announce table, and he starts fighting on him with headbutts and punches. Ambrose pulls out his own ladder of his own, pulls the big ladder, puts it right next to the announce table, looking like he's going to put Bray Wyatt right through the announce table. A whole bunch of referees come down and they try to stop Dean from jumping. Bray Wyatt's able to get off the announce table and start, staggering his way towards the back and stumbling away. Dean Ambrose isn't going to want Bray Wyatt to get away, so basically he gets down off of the ladder, does a running jump off of the announce table where he tackles Wyatt and they fight a little bit more. As the referees get in the way and Wyatt, heads up to the ramp, Ambrose gets into the ring and just from the middle of nowhere just destroys Bray Wyatt's rocking chair. And Bray Wyatt looks on like this is one of the worst things he's ever seen. He's almost brought to the point of tears. TLC is 2 weeks away. We got, this week with the Raw and SmackDown and another Raw and SmackDown on TLC's here. And basically what I was saying was we didn't really get to the point where we cared about Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose at Survivor Series. It was a match that just really didn't have any meaning. It didn't really have any matter to it. It just was basically a whole lot of promos and nothing really that got down to the meat and potatoes of why Bray Wyatt went into the Hell in the Cell and why he broke up that match by lighting the hologram off and things like that. So, that is what I need. I need a reason why we're going to care about this. I believe that once they get into the ring, Ambrose and Bray Wyatt are going to do what needs to get done to have the people care about the TLC match. But I just don't know what that is, and I wish there was a point of why I cared about this. But Ambrose, knowing that if he destroyed the rocking chair, it would destroy Bray Wyatt's. I have no idea, but maybe next week Bray Wyatt will give another one of those promos where basically he says why he cared about that rocking chair so much. If there's no more rocking chair, there's going to be no more entrance. With no more entrance, of course, we have no more Luke Harper or Eric Rowan. So, I don't know why we did this, but as you can see, Bray Wyatt cared about this. So it's just one of those things you got to hold in your back pocket. We still haven't seen the Raw GM since the opening segment of this, so I don't know if it's just something that they said was going to be a big idea and then couldn't think of anything. Maybe they couldn't talk Stone Cold Steve Austin into it, but we're going into the main event right now with the 6-man. It seems like this main event's going to last 25 to 30 minutes. It's taking forever to get all these guys down to the ring. They're stalling as much as possible, but to me, honestly, the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast of Vince McMahon's the main event. That's what I'm really waiting for as Kane stumbles to the ring. So we'll see what goes down in this main event, and we'll come back to you.